Hey guys, it's me, Desiree Marie. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my crew members who I call my subbies, and welcome if you are viewing me for the first time. I'm Desiree Marie and I talk about locks, mostly locks. I talk about my hair, I maintain my hair, I pretty much wash my hair, bring you guys in the shower with me, and I style my hair on camera. I show you the ups and the downs of my lock journey. So if you're interested in seeing what my journey looks like, definitely do hit the subscribe button. I'm 2 years locked, so if any of you guys are at the same point, you might really benefit from watching my hair and, you know, the things that I deal with, the quirks, and how I find my way through this new experience of having locks. But anyway guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about hair porosity. Yes, I know it's something that I've been preaching about for a while, but it's for a reason. Hair porosity is so important. If you guys don't know what hair porosity is, it is basically your hair's ability to absorb moisture. So this is the reason why certain products don't work for your hair. This is the reason why your hair is always dry. This is the reason why your scalp is dry. This is the reason why your hair takes forever to dry. This is the reason why your hair is damaged. So many reasons, we deal with so many of the side effects, not knowing what is the reason why we're dealing with these side effects, and it all comes back to hair porosity. I did a couple of videos. I did one video where I talked about it. I gave an in-depth explanation as to what hair porosity is, and I also did another video where I tested my hair strands out to show you guys what hair porosity I have and to give you helpful clues as to how to find your own. So if you didn't check those out, I will have that in the description box down below so that you can find your way through finding out what your hair porosity is. But yeah, like I said, we deal with so many hair issues and it all ties back to hair porosity. If you know your hair porosity, let me know down below. Do you have high hair porosity, low hair porosity, or regular hair porosity? Let me know down below if you know already. And if you already know which hair porosity you have and you have either high or low hair porosity, we're talking about you today, yes. We're talking about the things that you might be doing unknowingly that is actually damaging your hair, and you should probably stop right now. So these are things that I learned the hard way with my high hair porosity, but I also got some stuff in here for you guys with low hair porosity. Unfortunately, regular hair porosity people with normal hair porosity, we don't have anything here for you because you're just perfect and there's nothing you need to do except just continue your, you know, conditioning and moisturizing routine because you're so perfect. But anyways, yes, okay, so today we're going to be talking about high and low hair porosity, the things that you might be doing that is actually crippling your hair today. So stop it. You know, if you find yourself in any of these points, stop it. Like, drop it now. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, don't do it. All right, so let's start off with our high hair porosity girls. Me, I have high hair porosity. I found that out after not knowing for like all of my life. I had dry hair all the time, not realizing why. After I wash and condition my hair, why it's dry. Why is my hair so dry? Why do I moisturize it, put all these things in it? When I was loose natural, I would be using Shea Moisture and all these things that everyone said works, and it didn't work for me. Like, it felt like it worked while I was using it, but for some reason it just didn't work in the long run. So these are some ways that you unknowingly cripple your own hair. The first thing that you may be doing that's crippling your hair is not moisturizing your hair enough. For me, I thought that, okay, I have locks, so all I have to do is just wash my hair and put some oils on it and I'm good. I'll be good for the week. No, that's the #1 lie that we believe when we have locks, that we don't have to do a lot, but you actually do in order to maintain the health, especially if you have high hair porosity. So what you want to do is find a routine that works for you. Personally, I have a spray bottle and an oil spray bottle. I use those all week. Every morning I wake up, I spray my hair, you know, with the water, and I put the oils in like every other day. I try not to overdo it, but you know, apply the oils, make sure that it's evenly distributed around, you know, my entire head. I even catch the roots twice a week. And I try not to skip too many days until, you know, before actually moisturizing again. I realized when I only moisturized once a week, my hair was looking dry from that day that I moisturized, maybe the day after, until the time I actually decided to do it again and pick up the oil again. So try not to let too much time go before moisturizing your hair again, because your hair is so needy. Like this high hair porosity, your hair is needy. It needs a lot of love. It needs a lot of affection in order to continue. You know, there's not an end to the love and affection you can give high hair porosity hair. You have to continue. You have to keep it up. You can't be, you know, out here slacking, because if you slack, this hair is going to be like, I'm desperate. I need something. I need love. I need love. You got to continue giving love to it. So high hair porosity girls, don't skip so much time before you actually moisturize again. Don't learn the hard way, because the hard way is your hair feeling hard, first of all, feeling hard, and your hair will snap and break. That's why a lot of people deal with breakage, because they're not moisturizing, or they're pulling their dry hair up all the time, or they're using heat, which I'm going to talk about as well, heat on their high hair porosity, and not realizing why their locks are like thin in different places. You have to listen to your hair. Don't go so much time without moisturizing, and don't use heat, but we're going to talk about that soon. Okay, another thing you want to stop doing now is avoiding rinsing with cold water. You have to rinse your hair with cold water after you wash your hair with a moisturizing shampoo, or if you condition your hair, rinse your hair with cool water, because cool water actually seals whatever you did with your hair. It seals that moisture in. If you do not rinse your hair with cool water, and you end up rinsing with hot or like medium hot water, what you are doing is you are allowing the hair to stay open. Your high hair porosity hair is left open, and it's leaking out all of the oils and whatever you tried to do to moisturize it. So what you want to do, instead of leaving it open, is seal it. And how you seal it is by rinsing with cool water. So personally, I wash my hair, and I wash it really good. I wash it with medium hot water. Well, not hot, but like, you know, medium water. And then I turn it to cool, like lukewarm. I don't like cold water on my head, obviously. So I turn it to lukewarm, and then I rinse my hair thoroughly. And by that, I keep all of the moisture from my moisturizing shampoo in my strands once and for all. So do that. Don't rinse with hot water. That is a big mistake. Don't do it. Don't do it, sis. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, so like I was saying in a previous point, and I said I would talk about it, is don't use so much heat. High hair porosity lacks moisture already. So if you are using heat, like a dryer or some kind of form of heat, you are actually doing more damage to your hair than you think. Try to minimize your heat exposure, because heat is one of the damaging one of the most damaging things that you can introduce to your hair, as it's already lacking a lot of moisture and nourishment. Try not to use so much heat. Try to air dry your hair more often. Lay off the heat. Don't blow dry your hair. Don't blow dry your roots. Don't blow dry anything. Don't use a hooded dryer. Try to air dry. So practically speaking, wash your hair early in the morning. And if you have something to do, like say 5 o'clock in the evening, your hair should be dry by then. So wake up, you know, early, wash your hair, let it air dry, you know, walk around the house, do whatever you have to do. Don't put in any ponytails, because that might trap some moisture and actually lead to mold. So just leave your hair, put a towel around your neck, leave your hair down, go about your business, and you should be fine. Yeah, so hopefully that helps, you know, that point helps. Another look, I'm speaking to myself with this one. With high hair porosity, if you're not covering your hair at night, you're actually damaging your hair. And I know this is a big problem for me because I don't like so much, I don't like scarves on my head, I don't like socks on my feet, I don't like so much covering. If you're like me, you don't like all of that stuff either. So one thing I know I need to do is, since my scarf always falls off my head and I don't like the feeling of that tight lock sack on my head, one thing that I know I need to purchase is a satin pillowcase. That helps you all the time. Satin helps, you know, reduce the friction and reduce the damage that your hair is encountering when you're moving all over the place at night. But yeah, if you can help it, try to keep your scarf on your head, your hood, your lock sack, and or get a satin pillowcase. Another thing that you might be doing that's actually doing damage to your hair is using shampoos that include sulfate. So sulfate has a way of extracting all of the oils out of your strand. It's actually drying your hair out. One thing that I like to do, since I don't use conditioner, is use a moisturizing shampoo, a conditioning shampoo. And the one that I use is called BROO, and it has the ingredient beer in it. But if you're not into beer, there's plenty of conditioning shampoos on the market that you can try. Try something that has the quality of adding moisture as you're washing your hair so that you're not stripping your hair dry of all the moisture that it can possibly have, because that's one way that we end up with dry locks. And our hair is already dry. As high hair porosity chicks and guys, our hair is already dry and it needs a lot. So by using a conditioning shampoo, you're helping it at the same time. Alright, so now we're going to talk about low hair porosity. So if you have low hair porosity, you deal with a lot of buildup. You cannot moisturize your hair effectively unless you like manage it in the strands. Your hair is pretty much stubborn. It needs you to do the most or it ain't doing anything. Like, it's at a standpoint. Like, literally, if you spray your hair, there will be bubbles, water bubbles on top of your strand until you actually move it around into your hair. So like I said, your hair is very stubborn. There's so many things that you might be doing that's actually damaging your hair. One thing that you might be doing to damage your hair is not applying the products to damp hair. So you might be, you know, applying your products to drenched hair, wet hair just out the shower. No, stop, let your hair air dry just a little bit and then apply the products in. And this way you ensure that the moisture, the moisturizing agents in, say, your conditioning shampoo or your oils or whatever that you put in your hair, not the conditioning shampoo, I'm sorry, the oils or however you moisturize your hair after washing your hair, you ensure that it actually gets inside of your strand and it stays there and it actually benefits you instead of going against what you're supposed to be doing, which is moisturizing. It's actually leading you to do more. You know, if you put your oils on top of drenched hair, you then have to go again and apply it again, and that's actually counterintuitive, and it's making you do the most when you really want to keep your regimen simple, you know. So apply your moisturizing, you know, oils or whatever, leave-in conditioners or whatever to damp hair, not drenched hair. You might also be avoiding hot oil treatments. This is so pivotal for you low hair porosity girls because, like I said, your hair is so stubborn. Your hair needs the extra TLC in order for it to accept anything, or it's not doing anything at all. So when you try a hot oil treatment, what you do is you're allowing the heat, your natural heat from your scalp, to open up your strands to accept whatever oils that you apply onto, you know, onto your hair. But if you're not using heat to open up your strands, it may not do anything, to be honest. And if you're not wetting your hair and actually moving it inside of the strand, it's not doing anything. So, you know, doing a hot oil treatment like once a month is really good for you. That helps your hair to open up, accept the moisture, and actually keep moisture in your hair a lot longer. So try hot oil treatments. Don't skip on that. I've done videos where I did oil treatments and I'll link that as well down below for you. You might also be damaging your hair by washing. You might also be damaging your hair by not diluting your shampoo. Like I said, low hair porosity girls, you're more prone to buildup, because once you put a product on your hair, it will stay right there. Like, it's not going to go anywhere unless you move it around, unless you do something with it or rinse it or whatever. That product is going to stay right there. So say you put shampoo right there and you know, rinse it out, you wash it, you rinse it out, and you don't rinse it out good, it's still gonna be right there. So you have to make sure that you dilute your shampoo so that it's not so thick and potent, and it won't stay in your hair if you were not to rinse your hair well enough. That helps you so much, so that you're not ending up with residue from the shampoo. It's an easy wash. It washes right out. It doesn't stay stuck inside of your low hair porosity locks. And the last thing that you might be doing that's actually going against your hair type is washing too close to the time that you have something to do. So say you wash at 5 p.m. and you have somewhere to go at 9 p.m. Your hair type takes a long time to dry, because it's actually holding in the moisture very, very well, which is a good thing for you. But if you want to dry your hair by the time you leave, or style it, wash, style, all that stuff before you leave, you want to make sure to give yourself ample time. So wash your hair way ahead of time so that it dries just in time for you to style it and do whatever you want to do. And then you have, you know, you have your time to go out and you know, your hair is completely dry. Yeah, because your hair stays wet longer. Yeah. Anyway, guys, those are all of the ways that you might be going against your hair type if you have high hair porosity and low hair porosity. Like I said, it is so important to know which hair porosity you have, whether it's high, regular, or low, because it makes a great big difference in your hair regimen. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Share it with someone that needs it. Like the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Also check out our online blog. It's DesireeMarie.com. I'm also on Instagram, girls, so if you're not following me, it's DesireeMarie_. You can find out so much about me, check up on what I'm doing and all that cool stuff, and communicate directly with me through my DMs. But anyway, guys, I thank you for watching. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.